You know,
it's the
foreign
best.
film that we might have gone seen at La
One of the
or
best
something.
scripts out. One
really
of the best
kind of,
scripts.
really kind of different.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got something on the horizon now?
Well, just about that independent film, and then I'm hoping that pilot season will bring something. I'm up for something now. And in the meantime, I do all my wonderful hosting for the Discovery Channel and for the
Right.
Wild About Animals, and
Sure.
it's great.
I've got through this entire interview without her undressing me this year,
Oh, yes.
which I didn't get through last
Sorry, I
year.
can't do this. Oh my God. And I thought he had lost weight, but apparently he's put weight on. So.
Little Hollywood trade secrets. Hey, listen, you're always one of my favorite people.
Thank you. You
Keep
too.
it up, and let's hope
You
bigger
keep
and
it
better
up
project.
Too. Oh, I'm sorry. I
trying.
should have said that. I'm so apologetic.
She really got into the full Monty.
No, that wasn't up. That was just the back. Those
Okay.
buns were so great. Didn't you?
I like it. All right.
You're on the town with Mike Farah, Oscar night at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Norbury Walters, Martin Scorsese, and Peter Nygaard's Night of 100 Stars. Thanks for joining us. Many more stars to come. Thanks, everybody.
And here we are tonight at the 70th Annual Oscar Award, and we're here to ask
Barry Nolan.
Barry Nolan from Hard Copy who he thinks is the prediction for the Best Actor tonight.
I think Jack Nicholson is going to walk away with that because there's, he's larger than life in real life, and when he gets a chance to be larger than life on the screen with this role that's, part Hamlet and part Looney Tune, it's a made for an award performance.
Yes, he did a fabulous job.
And people love him in this town.
Yes, they do. Now you're looking forward to going in, and what do you think for the next, for supporting actor? Who would you think would be for the nominee for the Best Supporting Actor?
That I think is gonna be close. That's a tough one to call. But if you are interested in the movies, this is the Super Bowl, the Davis Cup. You don't care who wins. You just want to see him play well.
That's right.
Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Hey, we're here at Oscar night. One of my favorite people, Karen Black's with us. And I know you know her from films and everything, but really, you've been doing some independent film, not only starring, but producing.
Yes,
and
that's
I know
true.
you at Sundance Film Festival the last couple of years. How's it going for you?
Well, I started in independent films, and I love them because I like slice of life, and I like small films about
Right.
how life really is to be lived at the moment.
Uh-huh.
I was in a film at Sundance Festival, one of the
Right.
30 chosen of the 900 and so sent in,
Right.
called Conceiving Ada, and I played two parts in it, a kind of frowsy American housewife
Yeah.
and Lady Byron.
Well, that's great.
It was very British.
Yes.
And then when I got there, my darling friend George Hickenlooper, who had done, he did Dogtown,
Right.
and he was there showing his film. And then I did a film with Danny Nucci, who is one of the 5 stars of Titanic. That's coming out in the summer, and it's a very silly, wonderful comedy called Sugar. And I'm coming out in a beautiful slice of life film
Right.
called Mascara that Linda Candell directed.
Oh, okay.
Who did? She's a Sundance director, and she's doing fabulously, and I love her. It's called Mascara, and that's starring with Ione Skye. And the film Conceiving Ada just did well at the Berlin Festival, and they had to turn away 200 or 300 people.
Now, let me ask you something. The Sundance Festival has really grown in the last number of years. I mean, it really is a great festival. It rivals anything in Europe, I think.
I think it really does, and comfortably so. In the Cannes Film Festival, you kind of get lost on the wharf,
Right.
And if you're wearing high heels, you're always afraid you're going to fall into the water.
Yeah.
But at the Sundance Festival, I think that filmmaking and filmmakers are truly honored, and we
Yes.
get beautiful screenings. We have good screening rooms. You can really see, hear, and feel the film.
Right.
I think they really grant a lot of. I would say, if you'll allow, grant beingness to the filmmaker
Right.
herself. In our case, it was Lynn Hirschman who directed Conceiving Ada and is winning all
Right.
the awards.
Now, let me ask you, Karen. Of our 5 nominees for the Best Actress, not necessarily who you thought would be, who would win the award, but was there a performance that really moved you?
I think Kim Basinger was incredible.
I agree with you.
I just think that she got the sadness, the past, the whole
Right.
life of the woman, the dignity, the honor, and the perseverance and the beauty.
Right.
I think that there was nothing she missed, and she's one of my favorite actresses,
Right.
and I have a crush on her.
You know,
I know it's weird, but I have a crush
no,
on
I
Kim
understand.
Basinger. Okay, it's weird.
You're not the only one. let me tell you, I was really rooting for her because she's gone through so much, and beautiful woman, good actress. Hollywood loves to come back, don't they?
Yes, they really do. I actually wanted her for a film, and I'll tell you the film. Linda Candell, that I was discussing with you, is directing and rewriting a film that I wrote that went to the Sundance Lab in June. It's very hard to get in, 11 films out of 1,000. And so I think that what's happening, if I may remove the subject a little bit or move it over, what's happening to me is I've always loved independent films, and I'm getting into a situation now where I have a very good eye for what will work and what's wonderful in that area, and I'm producing and making that go right.
Beautiful.
And I'm very happy with that, I must say. I'm thrilled, I must say.
You must have really liked last year, out of the 5 films, 4 were
I
independents.
loved it!
Wasn't that great? Isn't that great? We were all sitting here
Mike
saying,
Lee, I love
yes.
you. Let's have lunch, okay?
Anytime.
Oh my God, that was, yes, I was.
You know, I'm so glad to see it. And I'm also glad to see something like Full Monty come around full circle, and all of a sudden people realize, and I love the blockbusters, I love the Titanics. But to
I
see
love
the
Titanic as well. But I have a company now called Hillman Williams, and what we're doing is we're going to make films like the Full Monty, but nothing like the Full Monty. I'm not going to imitate anything.
Sure.
But just about the people who actually lower than 1% of the people in this country make $100,000 a year.
Right.
Those are the people that we love and that we want the best for, and that need to unite and need to be tight and rich and full of love. And anyhow, I don't want to get soppy, but we're going to make
Oscar night. We can do that.
All right.
It is.
Yeah, we're going to make a lot of very, very good independent films now coming
Beautiful.
up. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Well, you saw her here, Karen Black, one of the most beautiful women of Hollywood, and one of my favorite people. She got me on B12, and it worked.
It did. Good.
Hi, and here we are tonight with the Hammer.
Yes. the
Yeah,
Hammer.
there we go.
Fred Williamson.
Fred Williamson.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here with us tonight.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, okay.
And you're looking great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing better than a sharp-dressed man.
Well, you know, I got to get dressed up sometime.
Well, this is the night to get dressed
This is
up
the night.
for.
This is the night.
A lot of beautiful people here tonight.
A lot of nice people.
Yes. And you're enjoying this evening?
I enjoy my life. So,
Well, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing lately then.
well, last year we did a couple of pictures from Dusk Till Dawn with Quentin Tarantino, and I did the Original Gangsters, and now I have a television series called Showtime, called Fast Track. It's on Showtime, and I just finished a pilot with John Woo, starring me and Dolph Lundgren, called Blackjack. So that'll be out on USA this fall.
This fall. So
Something
we'll
to
be
do.
looking forward to seeing that.
Something to do. Something to do.
Well, it sounds like you're a busy man.
I am always.
Well, good. And how do you think tonight went? Some of the winners.
Well, you know, I was
won
pulling
their
for
home?
a few people that didn't win. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice event. It wasn't slow like normally. It didn't drag on, and so it went very good. So it was very entertaining.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here with us tonight.
You sure of that?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
All right.
And back to you, Mike.
Well, we have someone we brought on last year, Gene Kasem, and it was a really kind of neat year last year. You had 4 independent films, and you were very excited about that.
Well, I always root for the underdog. It's the American way.
Yeah, that's right. Billy Bob, you were a Billy Bob fan last year.
I was, through and through.
Now that the Oscars and Academy has awarded their awards tonight, tell me, is there any favorites you really had?
Oh my
that came
gosh.
through?
Well, you know, right from the beginning, I was rooting for Helen Hunt because 1, she was a woman, 2, she was a comedian, 3, she was television, and 4, she's just a good kid, and she's been acting since she's been in diapers, and we know her dad.
Right.
So it was like a really neat thing to show the transition that you can move from television to film,
Right.
which we always knew that.
You knew that.
Jack is the sentimental favorite. I think
Right.
I believe it's like 13 times, so maybe the 13th number is a charm for Jack.
Yeah.
Although it was between Peter and Jack for me. I mean,
Right.
they were equal as far as I was concerned, but you know, Jack always delivers the goods.
He does.
Yeah.
You know, he's shown enough different characters, and people said this was really maybe part of him, but it really wasn't, because he's shown he can act the exact opposite way also.
Well, you know, Jack has that inimitable quality at X that people just go for in this town. I
Right.
mean, when he walks on camera, the light goes on, and that's what people
Yeah.
love, and they die for, and they vote for,
Hey.
and they win for.
When he walks on a Lakers court, The whole town goes crazy. 17,505 started screaming for him, and not even the team.
We'll make him the honorary center. How's that?
Now, besides some of the other performances that probably obviously didn't win, but of the best female actresses that were nominated, was there other performances that really moved you?
I mean, all the performances. When it's a horse race, when you get
Right.
down to the final 4 or 5, I mean, believe me, you've won.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a toss of the coin at that point. But Helen had so much momentum going in her
Right.
corner that it was just hard to stop that kind of
Right.
momentum.
She did have some great
She's paid her
performances.
dues,
She has.
and she has more than earned it. So it wasn't the British invasion this year, I'm
Right.
sorry to say.
You know, I really liked her performance because it wasn't the comedic Helen Hunt that we normally see. It was a gutsy, I'm kind of hardworking, down and out.
Well, you
and
know,
darn, I need some respect there.
Behind every comedian, you've got that. You just
got
have
that
to
pain.
give them the chance to prove it.
Now, are we going to see you in something coming up? We've been talking about Hollywood for the last year and a half that you're going to be head of Hopper.
Yeah.
Are you finally going to do this role, or are you
Well,
going to wait?
it looks like the project is finally getting on the road, and I think it will incorporate a great deal of maybe the Walter Winchell story, so we're excited about that.
You would be, that's great. This is a great role for you.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene Kasem, can't you see we're cousins, the family resemblance? Have a nice night.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself.
We're with Hollywood's one of the most handsome leading men, Dennis.
Good, thank you.
Hey, Dennis, let me tell you something. You walk in a room, the women's screwing. I mean, you know, it's just one of those situations.
How can I
For the
beat that?
last-
What a great compliment.
For the
Thank
last 20 years, you can stop a camera in a room full of women. Tell us what you're doing now.
Well, I have a music review that I do. It's called a musical tribute to love, romance, and nostalgia. I've been playing Vegas and Atlantic City, and I'm going down now to Florida to do it. And then back to Florida, I'm doing a play, a musical play. It's called Blood Brothers.
Okay.
And July. And then I'm hoping to come out to California and do my music show. We're going to do it, I think, in Palm Springs. But it's a little departure from the normal acting and everything else, but it's wonderful.
But you got a television stint coming up too, right? You got a television
Well,
show
I just
coming up.
finished doing Pacific Blue. It's going to be on in April, I think April 19th. So
Right.
if the people are watching and are listening, please watch. And you know, I've been away from TV for a while, but now I'm coming back, and
It's about time.
thank you very much.
On the road, it's a little tough. I mean, it's great to hone, but it's not like coming right back on
Yeah,
television.
you're absolutely right, because you can reach more people. But my music review is so, to me, it's so meaningful.
Right.
That it's really important to do.
Hey, you saw him here. It's been a while. Get back on television. We need to see you. Dennis?
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, Mike. Right now we're with Henry Silva, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the fun he's having with us this evening. Tell us about maybe if some of his choices won for this evening and what you're doing with your career these days.
First of all, I'm having the time of my life here tonight. It's very, very special. I feel very happy, and I want to scream it. I'm happy. It's made me very happy. Very, very happy.
I like his happiness.
See? And I'm enjoying the entire show. There's nothing that I want to pick or say. All I can say is that I'm very happy about everything. And I know I keep repeating that word, but that's how I feel. And she's very beautiful. And he's a good-looking guy back there. You can't see him. See that guy back? Oh, you can't see him, but it's okay. Take my word for it. Anyway, it's a great evening. And I didn't expect it to be this. Listen, I've said enough. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw Oscar night, Academy Awards, the 70th Annual Academy Awards. We brought you a lot of stars, and tonight we also had some milestones with us. We showed 75 charities now on this show. We've held over 500 celebrities, and tonight we brought our buddy Cheryl along. You did some interviews. Had a good time?
I had a fabulous time, yes. I was starstruck there for a little bit, but I got over it real quick.
Well, if you saw her interviews, you saw her. She just hesitated a little bit as she opened her eyes and said, "Oh my God, I'm really interviewing this star."
I know, it was incredible.
Hey, you watch next week. We have at least another 40 stars going to be on next week. And if you haven't realized it by now, you're on the